It's Perp back with another video. Just got out of watching The Suicide Squad, directed by James Gunn. And there's a ton of people in here. I'm not going to go down the list of all the actors. Y'all could pretty much do that for yourselves. But you got your usual suspects in here. Idris Elba, he's starring in this as Bloodshot. Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie. You know what I'm saying? You have also John Cena as one of the new characters. So right off the bat, before I get into this review, hit that like button, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at PerpMiner420. Is this movie better than the original 2016 Suicide Squad? Absolutely. Is it one of the best comic book movies ever made? I think we have to still wait on that and see how it holds up over time. I will say, though, this was definitely one of the better comic book movies to come out this year. We still have to wait till Marvel drops the rest of their movies, but I think everything that needed to be done in this movie really worked. As far as it being rated R, James Gunn fully uses that rated R. There's blood, gore, F-bombs being dropped left and right. I honestly think that this version of the Suicide Squad was just well done. All the characters pretty much got fleshed out. For the most part, the ones that were the main characters, the ones that we really followed. King Shark, Sylvester Stallone voicing King Shark was excellent. King Shark's one of my favorite. I think he's better than Groot, in my opinion. All the whole cast here was really strong. I think it worked as far as the plot goes, and just what they had to do, what their mission was, made more sense than the first one. Because in the first one, they had to fight this enchantress, and it didn't really mesh well. None of them really felt like they had any chemistry. But here, they really dive into a lot of these characters' backstories. Like, what's her name? Rat Trap or something like that. She deals with rats, which was really disgusting, but had some really touching moments. We get to kind of see the other side of these like villains or bad guys or anti-heroes. I'm definitely excited to see John Cena play Peacemaker in his own series, because man, I didn't know what to expect going into this, but when you see Peacemaker and just what he's capable of doing, he's a monster, man. He's crazy. I can't wait to see what they do with his character in his own series. I'm not sure if it's going to be a prequel or it's going to be something. I don't know. I'm not trying to spoil this movie for anybody that hasn't seen it yet. But man, there's some interesting twists and turns throughout this whole entire movie. It's hilarious. The humor really hits when it's delivered. So let me talk about the story real quick. The story is pretty much simple, like any other Suicide Squad movie. You know, Amanda Waller comes in, makes this team. They have to go do this mission. If they don't comply with this mission, their heads explode. And I will say, I'm surprised that we only saw one person's head explode, but the amount of people that die in this movie is insane. I think the body count had to be at least like 1,000, easily. Like 1,000 people, civilians, and just characters die in this movie, and it's glorious, man. It's very, very believable as far as the mission that they have to do. They have to get this guy out of power. There's this other subplot, which I would say that was probably like the weakest part about this movie, is the whole uprising. You know, you had this like rebel kind of storyline. I didn't really care for that, but it didn't take me out of the movie at all. Everybody kind of wraps things up. Idris Elba's character as Bloodsport was really dope. Seeing like his relationship with his daughter and whatnot. Harley Quinn has a pretty big role in this. And it was like I said earlier, I feel like this is the best we've seen Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, actually being a villain, doing villainous things, being a murderer and stuff like that. You really get to see these characters be themselves, and also kind of question certain things that they're doing morally, which that's what makes it kind of interesting, that not all these characters are just bad just because they're bad. You know, some of them just made bad decisions and chose to go in certain directions in their lives. But my bad, I got kind of sidetracked. I want to explain the story more. So, like I said, Amanda Waller gets this team together. They need to go hunt down this intergalactic being known as Starro. It's a huge starfish, and man, when I say they do some really dope things with that villain, is really dope. I think it just, everything was really satisfying about what I got and what I've seen. You know, that's me, to be honest. Like the whole Rick Flag stuff with the rebels and stuff like that. There was another little side plot that they were going to allude to, but I think they're going to wait for something else down the line to kind of flesh that out, as far as revealing the truth about Starro and stuff like that. So that's going to be interesting. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. You should definitely go watch this in your theater. If you're not comfortable watching this in theaters, watch this on HBO Max. I'm definitely going to watch this again, probably like 2 more times on HBO Max. Probably go back to the theater and watch it, because the surround sound and everything was really dope. I like the music in this. Man, DC is really starting to turn things around. I think 2022 is really going to be the turnaround year for DC, but this is a really good, promising start. If you've seen this, let me know how you feel about it in the comments below. Let me know who your favorite characters were. Mines were Peacemaker, Bloodsport, and King Shark, hands down. Also Harley Quinn. I also like the rat chick. Polka Dot Man was awesome. That dude was awesome. I was not expecting that. Anyways, I don't want to make this video any longer than it has to. I'll probably talk more about this movie on the Perp Show Wednesday night. So stay tuned. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.